When Nene Royal first walked onto the bright stage of America's Got Talent with her guitar carefully held in her hands, she looked quite shy and hesitant, saying only a few quiet words to the audience and judges. The judges and everyone present in the large hall sat in complete silence, watching her with curiosity and wondering what this young girl was about to present to them all. But the instant her fingers made contact with the guitar strings, everything changed, and the music itself began to speak powerfully on her behalf, filling the entire space with sound. At the young age of just 16 years old, Nene showed that she was not simply good at playing but truly extraordinary in her abilities and stage presence. This talented teenager who came all the way from Thailand performed her pieces with such remarkable confidence and skill that it seemed as if she had already spent many decades gaining experience on various stages around the world. Her heartfelt voice combined with impressive guitar work during the America's Got Talent performance left the judges, the live audience, and millions of viewers watching from their homes completely spellbound and amazed by what they had just witnessed. That memorable and unforgettable moment she created on the big stage did not occur by simple luck or chance alone. It was actually the beautiful result of many long years filled with quiet dedication to her craft, endless hours of determined practice, and a great number of smaller performances that took place far away from any major spotlight or fame. To truly understand and appreciate how Nene managed to reach such an important stage in her career, it becomes necessary for us to travel back in time to the lively and busy streets of Phuket, the place where her entire musical adventure first began many years earlier. Born in the month of July in the year 2010 into a warm and loving middle-class family, Nene was affectionately known during her early childhood years by the sweet nickname Priyu, or sometimes Pro. From a very young age, her attentive father observed that there was something truly special and unique about his daughter whenever music was involved. Whenever any kind of song or melody started playing in the background, little Nene would immediately stop whatever activity she was doing at that moment and listen with complete and undivided focus, as though she could understand and feel every single note deep inside. Although her family was not in a position to afford expensive private music lessons or formal training programs, this particular challenge in her early life eventually turned into one of her biggest personal strengths and sources of growth. Instead of depending on traditional structured classes, Nene built her own very special and personal connection with music through self-discovery and persistence. At only 6 years old, she picked up a simple acoustic guitar for the first time and started teaching herself everything she could by carefully watching free videos on YouTube. Without any teacher or written sheet music to guide her, she relied completely on her ears and eyes, replaying the same video clips again and again, closely copying the guitarist's hand and finger positions, and then trying to match each individual note perfectly on her own instrument at home. This repeated practice over many hours helped sharpen her natural musical instincts and allowed her to develop an impressively accurate sense of pitch and tone. As more time passed, she naturally absorbed the rich language and techniques of classic rock and heavy metal music simply by listening attentively and experimenting freely with different sounds on her guitar. By the time she reached the age of 7, her deep love for music had already grown into a strong passion for actually performing live in front of other people. Seeing her growing confidence and enjoyment, her supportive father began taking her regularly to various local street markets scattered around Phuket. At popular spots like the bustling and crowded Naka Weekend Market as well as the lively streets close to Patong Beach, young Nene would stand bravely before groups of tourists with her guitar ready in her hands. Despite her small age at the time, she played each song with remarkable concentration, seriousness, and natural confidence that often stopped passers-by in their tracks as they gathered around to listen and watch her perform. Those special evenings spent performing in busy public areas became her most important and effective real-life music school. The experience of playing in such lively public spaces taught her valuable skills such as staying focused even when surrounded by loud crowds and noises, connecting emotionally with people who came from many different cultures and countries, and building the physical and mental endurance needed to keep playing beautifully for several hours during Phuket's warm and humid tropical nights. As her musical talent continued to develop and mature steadily over the following years, her family made the decision to share her performances more widely by uploading simple and honest videos onto social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube, they originally used her birth name Radhikarn Amloy along with her local stage name Priyo Char for these early uploads. At first, these videos were created just as a way to keep a personal record and document her progress as she learned. But soon after, people from many different parts of the world started discovering her truly extraordinary guitar talent through those same videos. As Nene mastered more and more difficult heavy metal solos and techniques, her family introduced a new stage name that would be easier for international audiences to remember and recognize. They officially launched her main YouTube channel under the name Nene Royal Music, which gradually attracted and built a loyal global audience over time. One of the biggest breakthroughs in her online journey came when she shared her stunning and emotional cover of the legendary guitar solo from the Eagles' classic song Hotel California. Viewers across the entire world were left amazed and impressed as they watched an 11-year-old girl perform those iconic harmonies and expressive guitar bends with incredible precision, control, and genuine musical emotion. Rather than creating heavily edited or polished studio-style videos, Nene and her family preferred to share authentic live recordings and streams of her weekly performances at the local markets. This honest and real approach became the very heart of her growing success and connection with fans. People did not just watch a talented young guitarist playing songs. They felt as if they were actually standing right there beside her in the lively and energetic streets of Phuket, cheering her on as she continued to grow into an even more extraordinary musician with each passing performance. Although Nene is widely recognized today as a highly skilled solo guitarist, her complete musical journey cannot be separated from the important role played by the Ozone Band in her development. The group has been a major influence in helping her transform into the confident and powerful performer she is today. Formed in Phuket in 2021 originally as the Ozone Kids Band, this group was started with the goal of giving young and talented musicians a real opportunity to perform on proper professional stages. They began their musical work by playing classic and progressive rock songs before naturally expanding their style to include elements of jazz, fusion, funk, and metal over the years. As the young members grew older, the band's lineup changed gradually in a natural way. In the early period, 12-year-old Nene performed together with her bandmates including keyboardist Chow Tang, bassist JC, and a very young drummer Boon who was only 8 years old at that time. By the year 2026, the current lineup featured Nene on lead guitar and vocals, MK playing keyboards, Chopper on bass, and Boon who had developed into a highly skilled 12-year-old drummer. Under the caring guidance of their manager known as B, the Ozone Band quickly became a well-loved and familiar part of Phuket's active local music scene. Every Saturday evening they delivered energetic live performances at the Naka Weekend Market while also streaming those shows online so that thousands of viewers could enjoy them from anywhere. The band members shared a very close and warm friendship that felt more like a real family than just musical partners working together. With the strong rhythm section provided by Boon on drums and Chopper on bass, Nene gained the freedom and confidence to experiment with new ideas, improvise during shows, and keep improving her guitar playing skills continuously. Over the course of more than 5 years, the Ozone Band grew into one of the most popular and best-loved live acts in Phuket while also building a large following through their online presence. Their exciting and powerful covers of songs by famous bands such as Metallica, Nirvana, and Deep Purple impressed both local tourists and experienced professional musicians who came to watch them. These consistent and regular live performances gave Nene a huge amount of valuable stage experience and played a key role in changing her from a somewhat shy young guitarist into a strong, confident, and natural band leader. When America's Got Talent finally aired Nene's audition episode in 2026, many viewers saw the touching story of a nervous teenager stepping onto a huge international stage for what seemed like the first time in her life. While performing at the famous Pasadena Civic Auditorium was certainly the largest and most important moment of her career up to that point, it was actually far from being her very first live performance. By that time, Nene had already spent around 8 full years performing regularly on the streets and in public spaces of Phuket. All those thousands of hours spent in front of real audiences helped her build the inner confidence and calm composure she displayed even during such a high-pressure audition situation. The television show mainly presented Nene as a fast and exciting rock guitarist to new viewers. However, her longtime fans already knew very well that she was capable of much more than that single style. She is also a deeply expressive blues singer and musician with great feeling in her voice. Her performance of the song Married to the Blues remains especially popular and loved among her dedicated followers. It beautifully shows her emotional vocal abilities and musical maturity that goes well beyond her young age. This strong background and foundation in blues music adds a wonderful warmth and genuine feeling to all of her more energetic rock performances as well. Nene also pays close attention to creating a high-quality and professional sound in every situation. Instead of depending on basic or simple practice equipment, she uses advanced digital gear that gives her a clear studio-quality guitar tone no matter where she is playing. This reliable setup works equally well whether she is performing on a busy street corner or appearing on a big television stage. Wireless equipment further allows her to move around freely and connect in a natural way with the people who come to watch her shows. Before she appeared on America's Got Talent, Nene had already received recognition as a featured artist for the international instrument company Enya Music. Through this partnership, she has had the chance to demonstrate innovative guitars while sharing her music with audiences in many different countries. Her family, and especially her father ACH, has supported her every single step of the way by managing technical equipment, recording her performances, organizing travel arrangements, and helping with many other important details. With this strong and loving family support behind her, Nene has been able to enjoy a normal childhood, stay focused on her education, and continue developing as a musician while remaining humble and grounded as a person. Together, the combination of her dedicated family, the close connection with the Ozone Band, and many years of consistent hard work have all shaped the remarkable young artist that the world is now happily discovering and celebrating. To truly appreciate the full path that Nene has followed, one can look at the many unique milestones that clearly highlight her dedication, growth, and achievements along the way. Despite her growing success and popularity, Nene Royal remains deeply connected to her original roots and the place she comes from. Whenever her schedule allows it, she still returns to perform with the Ozone Band at the Naka Weekend Market, greeting her audiences with the exact same warmth, passion, and sincerity that first captured people's hearts many years ago. Her inspiring musical story continues to motivate and touch people everywhere around the world who dream of following their own passions.